Hey guys, this is Shay from Wonderfully Chaotic, and today you're going to see a little day in the life video that we made. This is not necessarily a typical day because I don't know that any of our days are typical, but on this particular day, my friend had brought over her son, and we watched him that day. She had a little daycare emergency, and so he ended up staying with us for the day, so we had an extra little guy visiting with us. So here the kids are getting their school stuff out, getting started. There's the elusive teenager hiding in a giant robe of some kind. And the kids running around being a little nuts, of course. I started dinner in the crock pot, which is my best friend. And of course we have to have our morning coffee. Even the teenager, he likes to have morning coffee too. The little ones this morning were trying to help get breakfast since I was doing some extra baby duties. The only problem was they decided to get some giant Tupperware containers that they were putting cereal in. So I was helping them put it in some normal cereal size bowls. I always encourage the kids when they want to try and be helpful and do helpful things. Even if they don't always do it exactly right, they're learning, so that's okay. Oh, and those are little breakfast biscuits that my husband likes to have with his coffee sometimes, so I was handing some of those out as well. The kids, the younger kids, sometimes like to have coffee. They have mostly milk with a little bit of sugar and a splash of coffee. Kids were all pretty excited to have a new baby visiting. It was a little funny because it wasn't like we've never had a baby here in the house before, but they were all excited, except Hannah. Hannah, as you can see, was not super thrilled because she's the baby, so she wasn't super excited to have somebody else here who was taking her place, I guess she thought. I'm just cleaning up from breakfast a little bit. Done. Hannah was still just kind of waking up. She takes her time getting up. The kids decided they were going to help feed the baby, which was a little funny because they, might not do it exactly the way I would do it. But I just kind of guided them. And to take some little breaks between schoolwork and babies and diapers. And of course, there's always more dishes that need done. Kids were such good helpers on this day. They really enjoy having friends here, and especially babies. They're all baby lovers. Hannah's saying, I need a new diaper. Silly outdoor cat likes to tease our dog. He comes to the doors and windows and sits in them, and the dog just sits there longingly wanting to get out. And it'd be nice if we could bring him in, but our dog is he doesn't like other cats, he doesn't like other dogs. He's super friendly with the kids. He just adores the kids, but other animals he is not a fan of. Kids are back to school. We take little breaks during the day. Looks like I was starting lunch. But as I was saying, we take little breaks during the day just to give their brains a little bit of time to rest and to refocus. And we had a little bottle break for Mr. Man. Kids were all getting sat down, getting ready for lunch. I usually try and keep things simple around here for lunch. Like dinner is our big meal with meat and potatoes and vegetables and everything. And lunch I like to keep pretty simple. So today I think we had shells and cheese and yogurt and hot dogs, I think. And I'm not super fancy for lunch. We like to do something easy so then we can get on with the rest of our day. Here can be a little chaotic, as you can see. Somebody there is pointing at the camera, and it's because he just noticed it, I think, and they're showing off a little bit, having a visitor, but sometimes they can be kind of noisy and a little crazy, so that's just the way it is right now, having a lot of little people. And our little man visitor, I thought maybe he was ready for a nap, but I thought I would try and give him lunch first, and he was just not having it during this time. Had to break up that little sword fight with the forks there between the young gentlemen, and they settled down, but as I said, there's never a dull moment. And the teenager just realized that I was filming as well. He doesn't always like to be seen on camera, but sometimes he does. And there he goes, yep. He likes to goof around on it. Little man said, I am about ready for a nap. This is Hannah's favorite thing to do. After everyone's done eating, she wants to go around and sneak off of everybody's plates. Little man went down for a nap, so I decided to have my lunch. And then while the kids had a little bit of rest time, nap time after lunch, I did some work on my computer. I do, a little blogging, editing videos, things like that. And then back to dishes for a little while. Every day in our house is a little bit different. We try to stick to a schedule of what times we get up and approximate times of doing schoolwork, naps, meal times, things like that. So we do have a schedule that we try to stick to, but sometimes with little children and even big children, sometimes there's unpredictable things that'll happen, messes, and so you just never know. You just have to go with the flow, I think, sometimes, and just kind of adapt with what comes. Around this time, I heard little man waking up from his nap, so I went ahead and got his lunch stuff out so he would be ready to eat, and he was super excited for lunchtime. Now, obviously, this video doesn't show every single thing that happened during the day. I couldn't show you everything because I, don't have a camera strapped to my head or anything like that, but this is just an overview, a glimpse at what our day is like. And here I am cleaning the stove. That's probably one of my least favorite tasks. I don't know, I really hate bathrooms too, but the stove, I use it pretty frequently, so keeping it clean can be a challenge. I will say that little scrub pad thing is helpful, and it came with, I ordered it off Amazon, and it had a little, one of those scraper tools with it too, and those are very helpful for cleaning these stoves that are like this. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this video too. If you like day in the life type videos, let me know in the comments and I'll know whether we should make more of them or not. There's our old hound dog. See, he loves the kids. Just taking a little nap with Mr. Zach. And of course, picking up. That happens multiple times a day. There's always something that needs picked up. And here, it looks like I am getting dessert ready. I try and make dessert a couple times a week. Either cake, brownies, cookies, different types of puddings. I think this night, I had made an orange fluff, which if you don't know is a dessert that has like Cool Whip, Jello, pudding mix, and then fruit. And this one was orange, so I'd use like orange Jello, vanilla pudding, and little mandarin oranges, and it's really tasty. You just mix everything up and you put it in the fridge, and it's really delicious. And during this time, I was also checking on the stuff that was in the crock pot. I was making a roast that I'd gotten on sale, this huge roast. I made an Italian beef kind of stew roast. And I was getting ready to make roasted potatoes in the oven, which is one of my favorite potato recipes. It's super easy to do. That red bowl up at the very top of the cabinet. The cabinets are up kind of tall. I usually have the teenager grab it for me because unfortunately he's now taller than me and can reach things up in higher places. I shouldn't say unfortunately because it's handy, but it's always sad when your kids are growing up and getting older. It's sad and good too. Roasted potatoes, the recipe is super easy. It's basically just cutting up potatoes after you've washed them and scrubbed them, and you add some seasonings and some oil and put them on a baking sheet in the oven. I can't remember the exact time. I'll link it in the comments or in the description down below so you guys can try it out. I think I found it on Food Network maybe. I was just searching for recipes for potatoes and it came up and it was super easy, and it's an alternative to, mashed potatoes or baked potatoes or whatever you like. Cooking for a large family has proved to be pretty interesting because I'm doubling all the recipes. When I made macaroni and cheese earlier on in the day, I used 3 boxes of macaroni and cheese, and I'm assuming that will probably just grow as the kids get bigger or if we continue to have more kids. It's just been a learning experience. You really learn a lot of tips and tricks and neat things to do to stretch your food or to increase it. Show all the instances in this video because that would have taken forever, but sometimes during the day it takes me a while just to finish a task like this or like some sort of cleaning task because I will have to stop several times and go do things with the kids or avert a crisis or clean up some other mess. And so sometimes I feel a little bit like something that's wandering from task to task because I get off course and have to go back and think, what was I doing before? Of course, because that's his go-to now when he sees the camera. He was super helpful with the baby though, so I shouldn't complain about him making faces. And from there, I'm just getting those potatoes ready to go in the oven. As I said, they're super easy to make, and I love super easy things because I don't always have a lot of free time. Getting that dishwasher started. I usually wait to run it until the evening, but we had enough today that I ran it early. Hello friends. So, I didn't get as many videos this afternoon and evening as I'd like to because I just got busy and wasn't able to. But, sorry, trying to see what was going on behind me. There's lots of noises. My friend came and picked up her little boy, and we talked for a minute, and we got everybody's dinner, and got them sat down at the table, ate. I sat down with them and ate, and now we are cleaning up from dinner. Ellie's helping me load the dishwasher, and I'm going to do the other dishes up, and then we're just going to chill out a little bit until bedtime probably, so I'll try and take some more videos and finish out our day. Even more dishes. I used to hate dishes. It used to be my least favorite chore, but then I had potty training kids and I grew to hate cleaning bathrooms. And as you can see, I'm still talking to people and discovering whatever's going on back behind me. And I had a couple little people who were wanting to get into the fridge and get dessert right away. At the amount of cups we use every day. It's just ridiculous. The kids are always thinking they need to run in and grab a new cup immediately. Or they just set theirs down and they're like, oh, I need a new cup. I'm like, really? Come on now. And I used to have these things for a while that were called drink bands that are from a company that I had reviewed on the blog a couple years ago. And they were really neat because they're each a different color. You put it on your cup and that is your cup for the day. So, you know, like my son, his favorite color is yellow. He could put one of the yellow ones on there, and that would be his cup, and he would know it was his. And got away from using those, and I'm thinking maybe I need to do that again. Oh, I had to stop for a baby break. Hannah needed some extra hugs today. She was afraid that I was going to replace her with the other baby. So she needed some extra hugs and love, just to know her place was solidified within the family. Not sure what Hezzy's pointing at there. I don't know if he was wanting dessert out of the fridge or if he was pointing to something on the fridge. I'm not sure what was going on there exactly. We actually filmed this video several weeks ago, and I am just now getting around to posting it and doing my voiceover for it. We had a lot of different things happen. Right after this video, we had our basement flooded, and we had to do a major cleanup down there, and we just had a bunch of other things. We went on vacation and a lot of other things happened, so I'm just now getting around to posting it. And the never-ending laundry, that is one of my other tasks that, is the bane of my existence. Our laundry is downstairs in the basement, and looks like Ellie had come down there and helped me with some stuff. She likes to help with laundry, which is a good thing because we have a lot of it. And I'll admit, it is not something that I have gotten down to a routine yet. That's one thing that I still need work on, is figuring out my laundry routine and how often I need to do things. I just need work on that. If we ever buy a house or build another house, I want to make either a laundry chute or make the laundry on the main level. I think that would be a good idea, rather than having to go up and down the stairs to do the laundry. And the little girls are off to get ready for bed. Hello friends. So, I tried to do a day in the life video today, and I got some video, but not quite as much as I wanted. Things kind of just went a little bit differently than I planned, but that happens sometimes. And so, I am now going to finish up some laundry. I already got my robe on. I got this great a big fluffy robe that I put on at night like an old lady. And it took us a while to get the kids to bed. Everybody was just kind of fussy and not having a great time. So spent a little bit of time with husband, and now I'm finishing up the laundry, and then I'm going to bed. And I hope you liked this video, and hopefully we'll make some more like this, maybe a little bit more normal and not quite as crazy as today's was. I'll see you guys next time.